I'm sure would just as soon be in the cockpit of a hydroplane. And Jim Hendrick, he's down there with him right now.
If you're a competitor, Don, it's tough to be on the beach. Here's Jim Caulfield. How's it feel, buddy?
Well, you haven't heard? I'm not on the beach. Bernie Little brought in to back up Miss Budweiser for this race.
What do you...
Right here. If you excuse me, I have to check with the crew now.
Well, George Johnson and the Executone telephones had enough of this. He's going racing. Can't say that I blame him after that bit. And the drivers for Heat 1B, Tom Deeth and the Light All-Star 2. That's the Merlin-powered boat, not the turbine-powered. Todd Yarling and Chet's Music, a second-place finish in Miami. Very impressive so far in the early going. George Johnson and the Miss Executone telephones. They seem to have their engine problems ironed out. And Mickey Riemann with 2 heat victories down in Miami. Having a little problem, though, in the final in Florida, but still doing well. Let's look at the rundown of the boats now for Heat 1B here in Syracuse. The Squire Shop, the top qualifier in this heat. Executone telephones, Chet's Music at 124. Very fine speed for that engine. We'll talk about it during the race. And the Light All-Star 2. Some facts and figures, all-time career wins. Look at the dominance by Bill Muncy. As you look on down Chenoweth, moving on down to the George Henleys. Chip Hanauer and Mickey Riemann, 2 active drivers. Mickey could tie him with a victory today. And now here they come for Heat 1B. Todd Yarling with a great stop for Chet's Music. There's Executone telephones in 3rd place. The Light All-Star 2 has gone dead in the water and did not get an official start, so we've got a 3-boat race. Coming down now into the north turn on the inside is the Squire Shop, the Union-based Squire Shop with Mickey Riemann on the inside. Way outside, Todd Yarling and Chet's Music. That boat is running beautifully this afternoon. They ran at 124 plus for qualifying, which is unofficially a record for a supercharged Allison engine in an unlimited hydroplane engine. Mickey Riemann with that familiar lane number 1. Very familiar for him. He likes to take, as he puts it, the shortest route around this course. And right now, he's going deck to deck with a young 27-year-old Todd Yarling and Chet's Music out of Texas. Jim Saddam, the owner of that boat out of Madison, Indiana. Todd himself, a native out of Madison. 3rd place, George Johnson and the Executone telephone. Great race for 1 and 2 with Todd Yarling slightly in front of the Squire Shop. The Squire not coming all that fast right now. Remember, he qualified at 130 plus, but Todd Yarling in that brand new John Staudinger boat in its first year is handling beautifully, going wide, seems to keep up the RPMs well, and still is holding on to what appears to be a slim lead over the Squire Shop. Here they come, completing lap number 1. Lap speed for Chet's Music, 114 plus. The 3rd place boat, the Executone at 105. Coming down now into the 3rd turn, or check that, the north turn as they come around now. Chet's Music, Todd Yarling, Jim Saddam, the owner. They've done a great job with that boat. They worked on the skid fin, the placement of it during the week, trying to correct the ride, and it seems to be very effective now as they race here in Syracuse. On the inside is the Squire Shop, and look at this now. It appears that the Chet's Music is gaining a little bit more on the Squire Shop. I can't believe what's going on with the Squire and Mickey Riemann. Either they've got some engine problems, they're trying to save it for a later race, or they're simply going to wait until a later lap in this heat to take over Chet's Music. But Todd Yarling, you got to hand it to the youngster. He's doing a great job against one of the veterans. Look at the Squire move up now on the inside. They've got great water over there in the back chute. Looks pretty smooth, and that boat is riding like a rocket as they go into the south turn. But look who's right there, Chet's Music and Todd Yarling again. The skid fit dinging in as he goes wide. And again, hugging the buoy is 47-year-old Mickey Riemann, a former national champion 2 times around, once with a Pan Pac, once with a Budweiser camp. Mickey, as you see here, in the former Atlas Van Lines 2-time national championship hull. But there's Todd Yarling and Chet's Music right with them as they come around. Lap speed for the U-22, which is Chet's, and that's 115 miles per hour, and 116 for the Squires. He keeps moving up ever so close. 3rd place again, George Johnson and the Executone telephones based out of Seattle in that Lucero design boat. You can see him coming into the screen now as they come around that north turn again. The water calming down since Heat 1A. A little bit faster times too now as they come around and head down that back chute with better than 30,000 people watching here on Onondaga Lake near Syracuse, New York, in upstate central New York, actually, New York State. But again, a great race as they go down the back chute. Todd Yarling, only in his 2nd year, was co-rookie of the year last year with Earl Hall, who used to drive for the Squire team. 3rd place back to George Johnson and Executone telephones. But what a great race as they go down the back chute. Mickey Riemann in control, it appears, though, on the inside with that 3-year-old boat entering its 3rd year and first as the Union Bay Squire Shop. You see the haze in the background now as a weather front appears to be coming in here around the Syracuse area. Syracuse in the background as they come around the south turn, completing another lap here in upstate and central New York. Lap speed coming up in the past one was 116 miles per hour for both of them as they come around and down the back chute. Todd Yarling on the outside, Jets Music, brand new boat, and that man, Mickey Riemann, and the Union Bay Squire Shop. 3rd place to George Johnson, Executone Telephones. This is some of the finest racing that we have seen as far as deck-to-deck in a number of years. Many people in the Seattle area will remember 1973 and 74 when the old Pay and Pack and the Budweisers used to go deck-to-deck lap after lap. But they're doing an extremely good job. One more lap to go as they come around home for the last time until they get the checkered flag. Going down the back chute. What a race. Todd Yarling on the outside. The Steinecker built and designed hull. On the inside, the Jim Lucero design and built hull for the Union Bay Squire Shop. But here comes Jets Music. It's not going to give up as they go into the final turn. The cowling is just blown off of the Jets Music. Looks like Yarling is still rolling along okay. He's staying outside, fighting for 2nd place. Here comes the Executone Telephone around the turn as well. And it appears now that, yes, it looks like that the Jets Music is losing power. They come down to the finish line. There's your winner of Heat 1B, the Squire Shop with Mickey Riemann. But who's going to get 2nd place? It's between the 2 boats. Jets and Executone Telephone wins it. My goodness, here are the final standings now for that race. Squire Shop with 400, Executone Telephones 300 points, 3rd place for Jets Music, and a no start for Light All-Star 2. Reflecting back now, here's what happened as they went down that back chute nearing the end of the race when Jets Music was going wide around the Squire Shop, and suddenly Todd Yarling had the cowling of that Jets Music blow away right there, creating somewhat of a hazard for George Johnson and the Executone Telephones behind him, but got around all right. Let's go down to the pits now. Jim Hendrick with a man who's been very impressive the last couple of weeks.
Well, Don, you read about one thing. This Rookie of the Year a year ago is starting to come into his own. Chet, Music is really running.
Yes, we're tickled to death with the way the boat's handling for a brand new boat right out of the box. And it's the first course we've had a chance to let the boat wind on out and see how it's going to fly, and everything's working fantastic.
What happened near the end now? You were passed by the Executone.
Yeah, I lost a supercharger on the engine, so I destroyed the front end of the engine.
There'll be other engines and other races to come.
Oh yeah, we've got them here, and we've got several more back in the shop. We're ready to go racing.
Thank you, Todd. Don?
So while the fans enjoy the day, we have heats 2A, 2B, and the final, all coming up from Syracuse. Stay with us.